All right, now that this has become a bedroom, we have run into something that has to be discussed and decided upon. To have a bona fide bedroom, you need to have an egress window, which has certain requirements: 5 square feet of net clear opening, sill so close to the floor, so much width, so much height. So I want to step through a few alternatives to accomplish this, because if you're going to have a bedroom, you may as well be able to call it a bedroom and really gain that real estate value. So this is where we were with the windows as shown back when this was just a crafts room, and we had those sills fairly high off the floor in case you wanted a table in front of this. These windows are each one of these double hung windows is 32 inches by about 4 feet, and with the sill at 2'8" off the floor. And this is what it looked like from outside. And we were keeping those a little more slim just so that we'd have room for this shutter to clear, if you used a shutter, to clear this railing here. So that's it. That was the existing. What we were working with was that, and it looked like this from the outside. So the first way to accomplish this, as you can see, gets much larger, and this is keeping the window as narrow as those other ones were, but you have to come all the way down where it's only about 17 or 18 inches off the floor to meet these egress requirements. Really you just need one window, but we're having a twin, so this is where we are. If we want to use a double hung window and keep it narrow, this is where we would end up, and this is what the effect is from outside. Now, really though, even if we did use wider windows, the shortest you can go is still about 4'9" high, which means the sill becomes a little bit higher off the floor, probably something closer to some of your other windows on the first floor, at about 21 or 22 inches. And then this is what it looks like outside. And even then, we're probably going to have to make these shutters a little slender. That one there, that was making the window wider so that we wouldn't have to have it so tall. Instead of 5'1.5" tall, it has to be 4'9.5" tall. So that gains us an extra 4 inches here. But you can see it does impact the outside, and whether we just drop the shutters off or use even more slender shutters would have to be decided if we used this arrangement. It would appear, though, really that the way to go, if interior ventilation is not so critical, and really, actually, you would end up with a similar vent dimension. And by vent, I mean the actual amount of clear space that air can flow in and out. On these ones here, really just no matter how you open these windows, you're still only going to get probably less than half of this actually open for air anyway. So as I said, I think the alternative is to use a sliding window. That way we can keep this sill high, and these will be ordered to custom size, so I'm showing it as wide as possible and still maintain those shutters outside, etc. This unit is probably 5'4" wide, but it's really only that old height, that 4'0" high. And so that gives you your interior. It doesn't eat up so much of this wall, and from outside it's something like this. And we're using sliding windows elsewhere anyway. You can keep shutters on it if you want. It doesn't have to be so tall, so you have room inside. Anyway, that's the upshot of it all. I just need to this is what I would do to try to meet all of the different requirements you have for how you want to use that room, is use a sliding window so that you can keep that interior sill height high like that. There's an advantage too, that actually the view is clearer through this, something like this, than the other one. If we flip back, you'll see, this is your clear glass area in here, this interior, and if we flip back to even this, there's a lot of wood going on here, so you'll just have to let me know.